altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, a pair of rivals from the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Here's Smith on the return. Jukes away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them as he always does. The quarterback seeking his fourth consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a fourth Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
It's a 26-yard pickup there, and it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Has it in close. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
2nd and 3 now. A counter give here to Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers at today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 7. First down, Chiefs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Tight end going in motion here. Complete on the option. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
To Xavier Worthy. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Marvin Mims now to return it. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning, and it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. That was 29, by the way, and he finished third for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
Nix off the play action. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Give him 24 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Nix with it on first. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. Second down. And he's got a free play here. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
Move that ball up. It's going to be 6 to go now on second down. Play action with Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Will Lutz to kick
Now
off
after
for
tying
the
this game
Broncos.
up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard
The
line.
Chiefs take over first
Now for the
and 10.
second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense.
26-yard line.
And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He'll step up, and there he goes. Gets him close to 8 on that effort. Nice slide at the end. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
6 defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They've got 1st down from the 31. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix holds on to it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Broncos 1st down.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made. So even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Heads out on the bootleg. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's down to the 36 with almost enough for that first down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Third and a lone yard coming up. Going for the first with Dobbins. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Second down run by Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. We'll air it out on 3rd. He gets it to Rice. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 15. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
A gain of 38 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 38 yards on the play. First down, Chiefs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. And that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
14, Broncos 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. We get it on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
1st and 10.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Nick's now to throw. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Let's call it the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. It's Nix. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the
If they get a
35-yard
handful
line.
of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run on first down with Dobbins. He has room past the 25. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape forward.
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And they're going to score a touchdown, Denver. The Broncos with a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
17. Chiefs 14.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
On the return, here's Nico Mejio. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First call here coming from the shotgun. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Pacheco again. Second down run produces 7 before they bring him down. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's him on the quick hitter. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
3 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Mahomes on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. It's a 17-14 ball game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Looking to throw Mahomes. Has it in close. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds on the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
Trying things up the gut. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Pacheco. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Pacheco again. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
Chiefs 21, Broncos 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And this drive will start inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They're set up at the 35 now. Nix, quick out wide, complete. It's a small gain up to the 38. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second down now, they need 7. Here's Nix to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Chiefs have Nico Remigio out for the return. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
He was tackled at the 27.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Pressure coming from Holmes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So that brings them to 3rd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively, and really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Matt Ariza on to punt, and he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Broncos offense all set to go. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Nick's looking to throw. He finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting us up to the 41.
Complete to Evan Ingram. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They run. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a short gain of 1. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Nick's off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Look on the draw here to Dobbins. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Nix from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Now Nix on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Nix. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with the brains and the processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Broncos 24, Chiefs 21.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Running it again with Dobbins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Caught, nice game left side. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. That is so heads up, Brock. He saw someone jump, took the free play deep, and as a result, gets him a much bigger play than that penalty would have. On 1st down, it's Nix. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
We'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Back to Dobbins on first.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Motioning left is their running back. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Dobbins up 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a loss of 1.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Dumped off to his running back. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Complete to J.K. Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos facing a 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Nix. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another throw for Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. Along the sideline inside the 25. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing again, Mahomes. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Butker knocks it through, and that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He takes it himself. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
10 more yards.
So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these 2 squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. Danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play, and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here's Nix. And no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Third down, Chiefs going with a dime. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Lobs this one deep down the left sideline. He's got it deep downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Right there. That is why teams will draft tight ends and take them really high in the draft, especially when they could be game changers after the catch. That was just a dynamic effort.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
34, Chiefs 24.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. He gives to Pacheco to start the drive. He dodged the tackle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now it's Mahomes. He finds Kelsey running the slant. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. It's Pacheco on 3rd. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game.
34, Chiefs 31.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Mims. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Denver set to take the field on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Next, quick out wide, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st down, ball at the 36. Run the counter with Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Nix. And he set up the screen here. It's Harvey. He takes this up to around the 46, and that's going to leave him a yard at most from that marker on 3rd down.
Well, that was great timing. Great timing by the big fellas to get out in front of that screen. You could see it coming. Running back has the lineman in front of him to clear a little space. It was all about his athleticism after that.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Nix trying to sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
1st and 10. It's Harvey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Ingram, working downfield here. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
A gain of 20 more yards. That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He calls his own number again.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing here, Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Remigio with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Pacheco again. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted. To stop in the quick pass, became real easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
1st and 10 from the 41. Right back to Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Another throw for Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Butker knocks it through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Complete to Marvin Mims. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Nix looking to throw. That's complete to Troutman. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Nix. Rolling into enemy territory. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Second down, give to Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here, third down. He's got Sutton complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Another Broncos first down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Here's Harvey running from his own read. Jukes away from one. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
A gain of 20 more yards. That's good for Broncos. First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Moore finds his back. Harvey. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Harvey. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 44, Chiefs 34.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
He is taken down at the 50-yard line. yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
To number 9, Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chiefs.
From the red zone now. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Second and 3 now. Looking to throw Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You know, Kate, it is so nice to have a running back that can catch it too. And a pass catcher that is so good in a select package of plays just like that through the air. That screen is devastating to a defense when you got a runner that can catch it like that.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Here he is on 3rd and short. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left. So you really can write either script you want, onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Along the perimeter he goes, crossing the 45. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Shotgun hands out to Harvey. He's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds the in route complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
15 yards. That's good for our Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On the handoff, here's Harvey. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Broncos 51. Chiefs 37.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Mejio with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Kansas City.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Pacheco. A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
He finds Brown right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
First down throw, Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Slot man in motion right. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd, Kate. I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throw here, 3rd down. Gets it to Rice. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
From the red zone on first. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, a target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. Now they've got to figure things out on third down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll motion a tight end left. Here he goes, third and long. Complete out to the right side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Desperation time here. That's cut beyond the marker. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within one score in the fourth. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chiefs 44.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Nick's off the play action. I know it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. This might be a free play for him. Buying some time right. And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now. Nick's from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Give up the middle to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Nix. From the pocket, and down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. To the air, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Finds the in route complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Pacheco. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, that plays just like that one, where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Chiefs got to score in a hurry. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing is Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
He's simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. And you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Now to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
This would put it back within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
54, Chiefs 51.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss. This is Harvey. Fights his way through a tackle. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Nix holds on to it. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. It's Harvey straight ahead. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Moving back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the first down, and that should just about button up this victory. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.